Hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and a Card, Facebook Live and YouTube Live on Sunday mornings. I am going to wait for one moment or a few moments for this to show up in people's feeds. No matter how hard I try, I can never seem to start directly at 10 o'clock on the dot. So it's 10:02 my time. And if you're watching the replay, hang out with me for a moment. We're going to be working on a really cute card today. And I'm going to teach you step by step how to create this card from scratch. Like I am talking, I'm going to even show you how to use a trimmer to cut a card base. And is this working? Let's see. Okay. If you're watching live, please pop in the comments, say hello, and tell me where you are watching from. I know where some of you are watching from, but sometimes it's nice for other viewers to see where people are watching from. So even if you are a repeat viewer, please do put it in the comments. Hello, good morning, Shirley. Welcome. Come on in. I'm going to close up some tabs on my computer. I'm glad you can. I found my AirPods, friends. I think I had been doing my last few lives without AirPods and I found them. And I'm going to tell you guys a story of how I found them because it was like I squealed with excitement. I was so thrilled when I found them. Okay, so I see a few more people have hopped on. So once again, this is Coffee and a Card, and I am going to be sharing a really cute card. Let me give you a sneak peek of it, so you can see it. Okay, so we're going to be making this card together. Now, many of you that watch my lives are familiar with card making. You've done it before. You know all about how to create a card from scratch. And this is still going to be enjoyable for you because I think the card itself is super cute. But I think it's also really nice sometimes to go back to the basics and show people how to create a card from scratch so that you can see that it's fun. And we have a lot of fun on our Sunday mornings where we get to chit chat and you guys tell me all about what you're doing on the weekends or tell me what you're crafting. So it's a lot of fun. It's like we're having coffee together. And speaking of coffee, I just made myself a fresh cup. Okay. So I found my AirPods. So many of you know that I had COVID 3 weeks ago. I still feel like I sound like I still am dealing with like the remnants of it. So, but I'm feeling so much better. And I, excuse me, I'm going to try not to have a coughing fit on this live. So during COVID, I remember I was listening to a podcast in bed and my husband was like, could you please put on your AirPods? Because he was working in the office, but apparently it was loud because we have hardwood floors. Everything was echoing. So I put on my AirPods and that was like, that day was the last time I had seen my AirPods for weeks. I could not remember where I had put them. And so last week I was cleaning up my craft room and I have this this zip up that sits on the back of my chair. It's much colder in the basement than it is upstairs. And so I was putting stuff away and I went to go put this just on the sofa outside my craft room and I heard something rattling. And so I wasn't able to find my AirPods and I wasn't able to find my glasses, which once again, I can't find for a couple of weeks. Like, I'm like, I think I've thrown them in the garbage. I really had no idea where they were from, where they were. So anyway, there's this rattling in the pockets and I go to put my hand in the pocket and there are my AirPods and the glasses. So I was so thrilled because I was like, oh my God, that's hundreds of dollars that I might have thrown in the garbage. So anyways, I have my AirPods again, so hopefully you guys can hear me more clearly. I am going to remove this banner. ZaraPremji.com, it is sort of like a catch-all website. On there, you can find a link to subscribe to my email list. You can find my online store link. There's a few others. I have to update it, but I just wanted you to know that it's there. So if you click on ZaraPremji.com, if you want to join my email list, please do that. I am going to actually be sharing tutorials for 3 cards, actually 1 card and 2 photos in my upcoming newsletter this week. So you definitely want to be on my email list so you can get step-by-step instructions. And I am going to pop this in. So there's a link in the chat where you can also copy, I think it might have, okay, it's on both Facebook and YouTube. You can copy and go to it and it'll get you onto my email list, okay? So that's that. Let's get started with the crafting and we'll chit chat while we do it. Yeah, Sandra, you've been there. I have 3 pairs of glasses and it's for that reason because I lose them all the time, but I need 3 pairs of AirPods apparently. Okay, we are playing with the stamp set called Forever Friendship. Now tell me if you are a first-time watcher. I would love to hear from you in the comments, and let me just pause for a second to say hello to some friends. Hello, Carol from Belgium. Good morning, Janice. I hope you are feeling better. Good morning, Ginny. Hello, Sandra, Natalie, Keisha. Nice to see your name. Hello, Carmen. Okay, thank you, Janice. I am feeling much better. Okay, so we are playing with a stamp set called Forever Friendship. I've had this for a little while, and oh, I said I was going to remove that banner, and then I didn't. There we go. So I have had this stamp set for a while, and I finally put the label stickers on, and I finally got to stamping with it yesterday. I just was in a mood to like stamp for I mean, stamping is always fun, but the last little while it's been a lot of preparation for stamp camp and stuff, so it's been with a purpose. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to play with this fun stamp set. It has a really cute pun sentiment. And to celebrate this use of this stamp set, I'm actually wearing a cardigan myself. So there's a picture of a cardigan, and then there's a sentiment that says time for a cardigan, which I just think is hilarious. And then there's a cute picture of the plants, and it says, our friendship will live forever, unlike most of the plants I've owned. So that is absolutely perfect for me. And then there is a typewriter, an old school typewriter. I don't know, are any of you too young to know what this is? Because I might be dating myself, but we had one of these. And so it's a typewriter writing a note that says, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then a sentiment that says, I just can't thank you enough. And then there is this pennant, or I'm having word finding difficulties. So it's a super cute stamp set, lends itself really nicely to coloring, but you don't even have to color if you don't want to. And I'm going to show you how to create this cute card, okay? So when you look at this, it may look like it's complicated, but let me tell you, it's super easy. And if you are looking for this in our mini catalog, you can find this on page 66. And it's got some different samples. This is what I love about our catalog, is that not only do they show you all the amazing things that you can order through Stampin' Up, but you can also see some really great samples and inspiration, okay? So there are these really cute note cards. They look like maybe 4x4, and these have different colored cardigans on them, and they've got some fun little techniques in the background. Just really, really cute. And then we have this one here with a fun background, and then it's got the plants. It almost looks like a lattice at the back. And then this one here is a really simple card that is just using stamping. So you just they stamped on the white cardstock in different sort of scattered pattern, and then colored it in and stuck it on a card base. So really, really cute. And so, oh, Allison is saying I had to type all of my school reports on one of those. Yeah, I didn't have to do a ton of it, but it was just such a novelty in our house. I think my dad had one, and I just loved typing on it. Like, I just felt like I was, like a secretary, and I would pretend, and it was like involved in a lot of our imaginary play. So it was really, really fun. Okay, so I am going to put that catalog down, and we are going to get started. So 3 basic things that you need when you are stamping for the first time is stamps, ink, and paper, okay? So stamping, I use that word interchangeably with card making. But stamping is basically rubber stamping, and so you need stamps for that, generally speaking. You don't need a ton of them. I'm just using this one stamp set. And then you need some ink. So I am going to be using my black Memento ink. And if you like coloring, our Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based markers, similar to Copic that you would see in some of those other craft supply stores. I love our Stampin' Blends, and what's really great about these is that they color coordinate. So they match with all of our cardstock and ink and embellishment colors, designer series paper. So you can get like really perfect color coordination with our blend. So that's the ink. And then of course we need some paper. So I've got here a piece of petal pink cardstock. I'm sorry, this is really bright. Let me just see if I can reduce the brightness a little bit. Maybe that's a bit better. Okay, so Arlene's saying, great samples. I cruised right by that set. I'm going to show you two more. Okay, I'm going to show you two more samples at the end. So you'll have like the ones in the catalog, the one I'm making today, and then you're actually going to see two more that I have created with this. So you start with your paper. So I am using cardstock. I've got a sheet of petal pink, and then I have a sheet of basic white. I actually have two. And then I've got a couple of scraps here that I'm going to stamp my greeting on. And then I'm using designer series paper. Now let's talk about this paper for a second. You don't have to use pattern paper, but it really does step up your card making. And I am using the perfectly penciled, I don't even know if you can see that, perfectly penciled designer series paper. It has a bunch of different black and white patterns, and I love black and white with pops of color. So I'm just going to show you the patterns here. And while I'm showing it to you, get excited about the fact that it is on sale this week. So we have weekly deals, and this paper is on sale for 20% off. So it is, I want to say it's $13.20 and it's normally $16.50. So it's fantastic. And I'm going to show you the 6 different sheets that are double-sided, okay? So let me show you. So we've got this one here with these beautiful branches and flowers and foliage, really, really pretty. Then we have this one here with these cute little flowers. Oh, Janice, you will need it. You might as well just go ahead and order it right now. Who are we kidding, right? And then this one here, this kind of like trellis or quatrefoil trellis, we'll call it. This one here is just a really cool, what I love about so many of these prints is that they're gender neutral. So you can use them for male, female, adult, child, any type of card that you would want. This is my favorite. I love this brushed stripe, and then we've got the polka dots here, and then on the other side it's more white with black print on it. So we've got, and it's more floral, there's lots more leaves, really, really nice for coloring. You could make this the feature of your card and just throw on a little sentiment, and that is something that I'm actually going to try with this pattern at some point, is to just color it and then use it as the background and then add on my my greeting. So this paper is on sale for this week only. I believe it's changing. I can't even remember. It's going to change this week. I will try and post the date just so that you're aware of how long these things are on sale for. So let's get started with our card base. So this is an 8.5 by 11-inch sheet of cardstock. I'm wondering if I can raise this up a little bit. I don't think I can. I've tightened it too much. Okay, so you can actually get 2 card bases out of this. And the way that you do that is I'm going to start by scoring my card base first. So this trimmer has a scoring blade and a cutting blade. The lighter blade, which is off the screen right now, is the scoring blade. Okay, so I am lining it up at 4¼ inches, which is half of 8.5. And I am just going up and down on that along the length of that card base, okay, or that cardstock. Then I'm turning it 90 degrees, and because it's 11 inches long, I'm going to line this up at the 5.5 inch mark. I don't know if you can see that, but here is the 5 inch here, and then there's the half here. So that's where I'm lining up my left corner. Linda, sorry, not sorry. Linda says, Zara is always encouraging us to need sets we had not previously needed. I'm sorry. Good morning, Rana. Good morning, Laurel. Hello, Terry from Colorado. Hello, all my friends. Okay, today I feel like I have so much more energy. And sorry, I'm going to pause for a second to let you know that I just took the darker blade. This is the cutting blade, and I just slid it through. And so now I've got 2 pieces of cardstock. Okay, these are my 2 card bases. And you can see here the score line. So that is what allows me to crease my cardstock and just have a really nice clean card base, okay? So that's all you need to do. And then you take your designer series paper. I've got this cut at 1 3/4, and I'm gonna cut it to 4 1/4. I want this to go across the width of my card, okay? So the measurement pieces, I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but it's really not. And you can absolutely do this and come back to this video to see it, okay? Now my, this layer here, I'm going to cut it to 3 3/4, and I'm just using the darker blade now, and I'm going to turn it 90 degrees, and I'm going to cut it to 5 inches, okay? So this is going to sit on my card like that. Can you see how that is kind of starting to come together? And then I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm just going to cut it down a little bit more because I'm going to run this through my cut and emboss machine with a die, okay? So I want this circle die, and I'm gonna use a die cut for that. And then you can also see the texture on this cardstock here. So I'm gonna be using my cut and emboss machine, although my cut and emboss machine has temporarily stopped. Well, no, I don't know if it's temporary. I think it might be permanent. It stopped working, and so I'm waiting for my replacement to come. Stampin' Up! Has the best customer service ever. So they are replacing it free of charge. I just had to send a picture of it and sign some sort of declaration. Look at that. That's just like nasty. I don't know why. I don't know what I've done to it, but it's like all these little chunks. This is really old. This was my gateway drug to stamping. So when I bought this, it was like no turning back. I use it all the time for my card making. It's like such an important, it's not important, it's such a great tool to have. And so I really have, it's been loved on, okay? So I'm taking a die cut. On this side here, you can see that there is like these little dots all around, and then there's also like a circle blade that's going to cut this, okay? So I'm gonna take my Big Shot or cut and emboss machine, and I'm just going to roll this through. There are instructions on the platform that show you how to create the sandwich, so you'll know exactly which clear plates to use depending on what it is that you're doing. And then the result is this really nice, oh, this light is bothering me so much. This really nice circle that has this perforation on the outside, okay, or this sort of stitching type look. Okay, so we're going to put that away, and then I'm going to show you how to create that really nice honeycomb texture on that cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to take off these plates, and to do that I am using a embossing folder. These are sold separately, and you don't need a ton of them. You could even just grab one or two, and they would get you through all your card making, and they're just so fun. So then you will want all of them, but so I'm just lining this up in here. I'm just making a sandwich with this. And then I'm going to set this down on my platform, and I'm going to use a specialty plate. This comes with your cut and emboss machine, so you don't have to buy additional plates, and you're just going to roll this through. You saw that I started, I feel like a magician right now, and I'm about to open up the box, and you're going to see something magical. So you saw that I started with a flat piece of cardstock, and now just with one roll through that machine, I have gotten this really beautiful honeycomb texture, okay? And this folder is called Hive 3D. It's my favorite. Like, I think it might be my most favorite embossing folder. So that's all for that. Okay, so you can see now I've got all these kind of little pieces together. What I am going to do is I'm just going to add some speckle to this cardstock piece, okay? So I'm just taking my Stampin' Blend. So in addition to coloring, these are also great for adding just a little bit of like a speckled background, just gives it a little bit of a grungy look to it. And I'm just flicking the brush tip against the cap, okay? So that's that. And now let's do some stamping and coloring. Yes, Shirley, this is the second largest circle, okay? So hopefully you guys can see this okay. I really don't know how to like zoom in and zoom out with StreamYard, so I apologize if it feels like it's too far away. So I'm going to take my stamp, which I have mounted on a clear block, okay? So the stamps, when you get them, they come in this type of a case, like a DVD case, and this is a cling stamp set. And what that means is it's red rubber, and once you put these little sticker thingies on, it clings to your acrylic block. I had somebody asking me about this on TikTok. I posted a video the other day, and someone asked about that. So then you just take your block and you pick it up, and it'll stay on the block, okay? So I'm gonna take my ink. I'm using a black Memento ink, and I am just going to ink that up. You can see now it's covered in black ink, and you can see all that beautiful detail on there. And then I'm just going to stamp it onto this circle, like so. Okay, really cute cardigan. I love it. And while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to take, what did I do with my little scrap piece of Pool Party? Here we go. So on my original card, I had heat embossed my sentiment. I've chosen to not do that now because I think I want to keep it a little simpler. And so I'm going to just take my sentiment here where it says time for a cardigan. I just love it. And I'm going to stamp this onto my pool party piece. I don't like that. Okay, that's the other thing that you need to know with stamping is if you don't like what you've done, just flip it over and do it again because it's paper. So you can have a do-over. And then I'm also going to make this a birthday card. So it's going to say happy birthday, time for a cardigan. Okay. So there we go. Let's try that one more time. And listen, if you are new to stamping, or even if you have been stamping for a while, check your perfection at the door. You do not need to have it perfect. It's okay if it's a little crooked. It's all good. Everyone's going to be fine. And even if you color outside the lines a little bit, it is okay. So I'm going to take my blends. I'm using Pool Party. So the card that I'm making is actually the reverse of the one that I had originally made. And I'm going to get you guys to tell me in the end which color you like better. Do you like the pink base or the Pool Party base? Don't tell me yet, okay? So I'm just going to put a little bit of dark Pool Party here. And then we're just going to go over the lines here that just kind of tell you where you might see some shading on your sweater, okay? So we're doing that, and then we're going to go in with the light Pool Party. Light Pool Party, and we're just going to blend it all together. Okay, so again, doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I almost find when you leave a little bit of the white space, it kind of creates like a really, it just looks so much more real and sort of vintage. Looks like a faded sweater. All right. And that's the look we're going for. All right, so we've got this in Pool Party. I love Pool Party pink and black together and white. I love that color combo. All right, okay, so we've got this colored. Just gonna blend in the dark to the light a little bit more. All right, there we go. So we've got that done. I'm going to grab my scissors and we're going to trim our sentiment. So we basically have all of the elements needed now for our card, and really we are just getting to the point where we're going to be assembling. So I'm going to snip this. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Just trimming that, and I think I might just trim a little bit off the bottom. And then, where's my happy birthday? Oh, there we go. Trimming a little bit off the bottom and a little bit off the top. Okay, so we've got like pretty much all our pieces now. And so the next thing we're going to do is start to adhere this together. Good morning, Shirley from Waterford. Hello, hello. Okay, so we are going to just use our two-sided tape runner. This is called Stamp and Seal. And I am taking a good amount just because I've got a piece of cardstock that's embossed, and sometimes it likes to come up at the corners. And so I'm just smoothing that out so that it sits flat on my card. Then I'm going to take this piece of designer series paper and I'm going to put 3 strips and lay that across my card. Okay, and then I want to take some dimensionals, and these are our foam pop-up stickers. So they're like maybe 1/8 of an inch thick, and they are just going to give a little bit of lift to whatever you are sticking it down with. Okay, and I'm just going to put that on a little bit of an angle here. So you can see sideways, there is, what's happening here? Why am I, hi Carol. Hello. Ginny says to me, it has to be perfectly straight. I'm OCD for straight lines. Listen, at the end of the day, you need to be happy with what you've made. And so if you make it and it's not straight and that's going to bother you, then I encourage you to make sure it's straight. For me, I'm just like getting really, most of the time I'm putting things straight, but I'm getting really good about embracing my imperfections. Okay, so now we are going to put on our sentiments. I wonder if that should have been pink. I don't know. We're going to go with the blue. It's okay. We're going to be fine. Sarah, you'll be fine. This is what I do. I talk to myself. And so I'm just going to put a little bit of seal here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want it to be level across my card. So since part of this is sitting on this circle that's popped up, I want to make sure that it's level. Okay, so if I put a dimensional here, it's going to be angled up. And then I'm going to put this here, and that's going to straddle both the designer series paper. Hang on. I'm going to put a little bit of seal here so it's not moving around, and then we'll stick that down like so. Okay, isn't that so cute? I just think that this is adorable. So stay tuned because I'm going to show you two more cards that I also think are adorable. So I want to add a little bit of twine to this. This is not a necessary step. I just like to over embellish sometimes. I think that's part of the fun of card making, is to be able to be like, what else can I add to this? And just having fun with it. So I'm just tying a bow with this white twine. This comes from our Baker's Twine Essentials pack. There are 5 different colors in here. And I liked the white here. Are you guys liking how this card is coming together? Tell me in the comments. I was saying, I feel like I have energy today. Today's like the first day that I've felt like I have a little bit more energy. I've been super fatigued from the COVID and starting work again and, you know, getting the kids into their school routines and stuff. But today I woke up and I was like, I feel like I have some energy. Okay. Which is interesting because I was at my sister's house last night till late, and we were talking about like just having lots of stuff. And she's got 2 little ones. And so we were like, she's like, I just want to like be able to clear out stuff, but I'm not finding the time, which of course you wouldn't. You have 2 little ones. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm here, so pick a spot in your kitchen that you want to declutter and we will do it together. So we were decluttering till 11:30 p.m. Hello, Janet. Thank you. Oh, thanks, friends. This stamp set is amazing. Like, you don't even need a ton of stuff for this. You could do the stamp set and the designer series paper and a few of your basics, and the possibilities are endless. So I am using the classic matte dots. I have lost my take your pick tool. I'm sure it's upstairs because I was using it for some of my stamp camp prep. So I'm going to use my paper snips. This is another way to pick up your little doodads or embellishments. So I'm just going to put 3 here. Okay. And then we'll put 2 down here. Yeah. Yeah, that's where it's going to go. I don't know. Might move it around later. Okay, friends, the cards are done. I wish that this wasn't so far away, but hopefully you guys can see the 2 cards on your screen. And let me clear this stuff out of the way. I'm going to ask you to tell me in the comments, which one do you like better? Do you like the pink base or the pool party base? So tell me. Tell me. You can't say both. You have to pick one. You have to pick one. So I'll wait for a second while I put some of these things away, and then I will show you the other 2 cards. Pool party base, Janet says. Linda says pool party. Darlene says very cute cards. Elizabeth says pool party. It sounds like pool party is the popular one. Ginny says pool party. Okay, so you guys all, okay. Everybody seems to like the pool party. No petal pink lovers? Okay, well, there we go. Nicole, Shirley, both my Shirleys are saying pink. Awesome. Okay, so are you guys ready to see the other cards? Let me illuminate the surface a little bit more again, just so that you can see it. Okay, so here we have those 2 with the cardigan, And then I did a vote on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely follow me there because I like to do some fun little polls and votes. I'll probably be doing a this or that on Instagram with these two cards. So this is the other one that I did, and this is with the plant image. And it says, our friendship will live forever. I forgot to stamp the inside, but it's going to have that sentiment that says, unlike most of the plants I've owned. But this is a really simple card. I covered the whole base with a piece of the designer series paper, and then I stamped and colored the plants, and I heat embossed this greeting and just added some of those black classic matte dots, which I think are so good with this paper. These classic matte dots are so good. They're all neutral and the possibilities are endless with these. So that's that one. Do you guys like that? So cute, right? This plant image is so fun. Like it's got all the nice plants wrapped up in one little image, and it's small, so it's pretty easy to color. I used 4 different colors of blends. So I used Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Gray Granite, and Calypso Coral. Okay, so 4 colors. You could use fewer if you wanted. All the green could be the same and all the planters could be the same. Really, really cute. Linda loves, oh, you guys love the plant one. Thank you. And then lastly, I have the typewriter one. You guys know me and my pink. So I took another sheet of that designer series paper. I mounted it onto a black mat, which is just a little bit bigger. And then I colored the typewriter using Poppy Parade, black, and petal pink and gray blends. Okay, so just fun. It wasn't that hard to color. And then I just put it onto a black stylish shaped circle. And then I put the sentiment on a pink strip that just says, I just can't thank you enough. So do you guys like it? Oh, you guys like this too? So let me put them all here so you can see them. I will post pictures. Remember, if you are not already on my mailing list, you are going to want to join that because I'm going to be sharing a tutorial and better pictures of this. I will also share them on my Facebook page, but if you want the tutorial, you'll want to be on my email list. So make sure that you get on that. The link is in the comments. I will also put it in the description. I hope you guys like this. It was so fun hanging out with you guys. I'm glad that you liked the cards. I hope that it inspires you. So if you don't already have this stamp set, I would highly encourage you to add it to your collection. It's so cute, so versatile. You're covered for thank you, friendship, birthday, and so it's just a really super cute stamp set and really fun little images. So this is one that will be in my stash forever. And then, like I said, the perfectly penciled designer series paper is on sale this week. It's for 20% off. So if you are looking for this paper or you would like some help finding it on the online store, let me know and I'm more than happy to help you. If you would like to help putting together your order, I am really happy to do kind of a customized order for you or just give you some suggestions. So please feel free to reach out anytime. And I think that's it for me for now, guys. I hope that you guys all have a fantastic day and thank you for joining me and I will see you guys real soon. Don't forget to share this video. If you have friends that you think might enjoy these punny and cute little cards, please do share that and let me know in the comments that you've shared, okay? Thank you so much, everyone. Love you all. And I'll see you soon. Bye.